Pila na ka years kali dara?
Almost 5 years now. Turning 5 years next month. Grabe. Paspas pa na.
Paspas kayo. So since like 2016 ka na dira?
Yes, since 2016.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a very exciting episode, and sulayan naman nato kaning kitang duha mag-converse, and it was always like a fun conversation sa ako ang experience. So I'm looking forward to sa magay mo litok karon gabi una. And so I think we're gonna go now live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Higalaay Podcast. Ang podcast nga chika ta, makigstorya, makigtabi sa ato ang higala all over the world. And really, this is kanang tinuod ni all over the world. Gina ko mga kastorya ani nga show kay our guest for tonight is someone who has been living in Australia for over 5 years or nearly 5 years na. And gali specifically sa Australia, Icon?
So mayang gabi sa tanan or maayong whatever kung asa mo kung unsa na time na minaw mo karon or nagtan-aw. I'm in Sydney mismo.
So you're
the heart of Australia.
You're in Sydney, Australia, and he's currently working there as a web developer, and graduate po niya sa MSU-IIT. So makita niyo sa tanan ako mga interviews in the past weeks. Gabi kayo ka going beyond borders good ang mga alumni sa MSU-IIT. So again, na-introduce na ako yung name, but our guest for tonight, ato ang higala for tonight is none other than Sir Icon Genchua. How are you, sir?
Sir, welcome sir. Actually, before I answer that question, kanang sir bitaw na mag-sir ug mag-ma'am, especially if like almost same age bracket lang. Diri sa Australia, that's being frowned upon. Kabalo ba ka? Dili comfortable ang mga Aussie na kanang tawagon nimo sila og sir or ma'am. It's usually almost first name basis jud. And kung kanang sir og ma'am, usually ang motawag og sir og ma'am kanang mga young kids. So mo na ang mga more like tito or tita nila na endearment sa mga older people. But anyway, thank you, sir. Sir na tuloy. Thank you, Lou, for introducing me. And once again, maayong gabi sa tanan. I'm Icon sa mga wala pa nakaila. I'm doing great. And it's other than being locked down again, I'm great. I'm happy na I still get to work from home. And I'm happy to be here. Happy once again to be chatting with Louie diri sa
Higalaay. So mura ni siya other iteration katong sa akong previous na podcast, which is Hislutanan. So kani siya mas casual ni siya conversation between friends and between people of the millennials man tang duwa. So like pare-pareha ratag mga ideas sa kung pare-pareha ratag worldview kumbaga. And ganahan ko makakadungog sa mga insights sa especially nga taga-Australia kaso napugka imong kaugalingon nga mga experiences dira. And I think maugid po na akong ganahan nga istoryahan karon as someone nga Pinoy, someone nga ang pagkabalo sa ato bitaw relationship with the world is kanang murag dapat gyud dakog expectation nga mo immigrate mo migrate sa laing mga nasod to seek greener pastures para mangita og kanang better nga panginabuhiay, and dakog chance galing nga pag once maka-migrate na ka kay di na ka mo ulig Pilipinas, then dito na gyud ka magbukod na gyud ka dito, magpakasal na ka dito, then magtukod na kayong pamilya dito, mahimo na kag citizen dito. And I think you're on that path pod nga na naka sa Australia and you're also seeking citizenship. Is that right?
That is correct. And almost, although dili tanan fortunate as me, and I would really say na I'm lucky to be here, not only to be here but also find a job and then really settle and dig in here na to be able to call Australia my second home. And it's really nice na kanabitong daghan kay opportunities, and then to find myself really here and looking forward to, I don't know, maybe spending the rest of my life here. And it's really a wonderful opportunity.
Yes, definitely. And especially if ka nang nagdako ka diri nga dili gyud necessarily well off, ang imog yung pangandoy makadto siguro kung Amerikano, makakita kag mga Hollywood films nga premi na ay mga helicopter shot of the city nga lindot gyud kita naawon ang mga bridge, ang mga buildings, ang mga dalan. Di masuya gyud ka imo i-compare sa Pilipinas nga unsa atong mga dalan diri versus mga way tarong ang pagka-aspalto sa mga dalan, ang mga building kay guba na way tarong maintenance or way tarong dili siya up to code ang pagka-construct sa mga building o mga balay bitaw din hugaw ang palibot ana. So if makakita kag mga nasod nga lindot kayo in pictures tan-awon, maka-dream gyud ka mo adto didto, di ba?
Yes, I would agree. And I once read somewhere na naay kanang samita one of a Filipino's biggest achievement is getting out of the country. And it's both sad and ironic kay kanang bitong ang greatest achievement nimo makahawa sa imong nasod kung asa ka ni dako. And it's really sad kay bitaw wala na jay lain. There's nothing more na kanang gusto ka nimo ma-achieve, and for you mao na ang isa sa biggest achievement nimo na makagawas ka, makaadto kag lain nasod. And then yes, that's true, makita nimo ang kanang makita nimo sa Hollywood, makita nimo sa movies tanan. But it's not always like that. And it's not always na pag-abot nimo it's rainbows and butterflies. And these are just some of the realities na ma-realize nimo pag-abot nimo ay it's not that easy di ay. So yeah.
Yes, so muna akong ganan isgutan tonight kay although kadaghanan sa mga Pilipino mo na ilang mahunaw-naan nga buhaton nga moadto gawas to seek a better life, ako personally kay wala gyud na siya ning abot sa ako nga desire na to go out and live a life out there. Even kay ang pinaka main magud na murag hurdle sa ako kana moadtog laing nasod gikan na bitong culturally maglisod ko connect. I mean like, you know, dali raman ka ma-assimilate, dali raman ka maka-adjust, pero kana bitaw dili siya imo ang own thing. Dili gid if na kay mo-contribute it's something na murag I don't know, like kanang foreign na kayo siya dayon for example siguro if sa America or sa Australia, I think kay mas welcoming sila ginana ang mga cultures and murag ilaging gina-pride ilang self for being a melting pot, pero dili siya pareha sa nang if naa ka diri naagi tinuod nga sense of belongingness. So muna akong personal nga murag hurdle nganong wala gid ko desire to go out. Siguro mugawas manggali ko in the future hopefully for vacation para makita ko sa mga tourist spots, mga sites, pero I think I will live out my days diri sa Pilipinas for better or for worse. So ikaw nga lahi man pud imo ang path nga gipili. So why do you think this was a better option for you?
You know, Lou, it's konjud na siya. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Mao jud na akong maingon. Dili jud siya para sa tanan, and naagani ko'y amigo actually, barkada nako since high school na he went to the Middle East. Kalimot na ko asa specifically, pero sa Middle East, engineer siya. And then he spent I think 2 years dito. And after those 2 years, this was way before pa nina ni Aniko Australia. And he spent 2 years dito, and after that niuli siya Pinas, and he said na di na jud ko mobalik. So based on what he told me and the way he delivered it, murag na-enjoy something. But it's not always like that. Naay uban, or especially for me, like I said ganina na I was really lucky na sa akong kahimtang nakakita kog trabaho, naka permanent resident ako karon, and hopefully on my way to becoming citizen. It's kumaga kaning mga inani na smooth sailing tanan, it's 1 in a million. Mo na ko maingon. It's not always na kanang nindot kaayo ang tanan and everything, but so for me I just gave it a shot. Mao kong maingon. And there was naay opportunity for me to go abroad, and then I was thinking, well, kung dili siya mag-work out, if it doesn't work out, I can always come home. And before ko nilarga, to be honest, na ako'y plan B. Na ako'y backup plan na I gave up my job, and then I prepared my plan B na if ever akong plan A, which is going here, dili mag-work out, I can always go back to the Philippines and do my plan B. So, mo na siya. And I think it's really important na if you ever decide na mo anhi, naadjud kay plan B kasi kay it's not all the time it's going to work out as you plan.
For sure. And so kana siya nga thing nga nakaadto ka dito or ni present ang opportunity dito, what made you realize na I should grab this opportunity rather than just stay here and build like meaningful connections here. And kay ang difference man good if mo move ka to another place, for example sa akong case, even though dire gud ko sa Cebu ni move, naagi gamay hurdle, naagi gamay difficulty to build a new network of people around you, to build a social connection sa syudad. So I would imagine nga mo po na ang imuan challenge dira sa sinugdanan. So what made you realize nga okay ra na ako ni sacrifice tanan because yes.
Oh, sorry. Naay ang akong papa, backstory lang. Akong papa, he always like to tell us stories when we were kids or even when we were adults. Nakanising na hilig ng mga story na naay moral lesson per me. And this is one story na iyang story sa mua. So naay kanang alimango. And then he was born kanabitong sa ilalom sa kanang sa basakan. Yan naay murag borrow dito. Then dito siya nidako, dito siya na-born, dito siya nidako, and then na siya friend dito. And then katong nidako na sila, ingon ang iyang amigo na unsa kay feeling makagawas, unsa kay naa pa dito sa gawas. What else is there? Or diri na ba jud ta forever? And then ana siya na diri ako, happy na ako diri ako. So ang katong isa niya ka friend, nag-strive na makagawas and eventually nakagawas jud. And then one time, nag-high tide. Nag-ulan ba or nag-high tide, bottom line, nakagawas kato siya na crab. Paggawas niya, na-realize niya, wow, inani di ay dire. Pero wala na, taas na ang lubi. Kumaga, it's too late for him to go exploring because wala na, tigulang na siya. And that has been my mentality that has been on my mind when the opportunity presented itself. Na moabot ang panahon na let's say, for example, wala na ako gigrab ang opportunity. And then, abot ang panahon, tigulang na ako, I'm old and withered. And then I look back, and then I would think, what if kung gigrab ka na ako tong opportunity na makaadto ka Australia? Unsa kaya, how different would my life be? What could have been? Mao na akong question, kanang gina-avoid per me. Na kanang question bitaw na what could have been. And for me, I would rather regret the things na wala na ako nabuhat kaysa kanang mga butang na akong nabuhat before. Because maabot ang panahon, tigulang na ako and all, it's just something na hunahunaan na lang ako, nanasa ko mind. Unsa ka akong niadto ko. So, mao na ang akong mindset jud na, okay, I'm gonna grab this and at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, I can always come back home.
Definitely. And ako po, makarelate ko gumayana nga, mo po nang na ako, isa sa mga reasons nga nung ako dito sa Cebu is I've always wondered what if what to ko sa Cebu to, look for, mas daghan magyug kuan diri, opportunities diri, mas daghan og kanang, potential na, for example, I'm trying to go into the music scene, basin, what if makasulod ko sa music scene diri, na murag established na pud gamay, So, really, it's a matter good po the eye of kanang not limiting yourself to a certain possible life. Kanang if you move somewhere else, naagi if things don't work out for you, that's fine. Pero at least kanang ma-broaden imong horizon ba, and you will be enriched for it. Even if materially wala siguro nimo na realize imong dreams or unsa ba, bisan if kanang the act of moving lang dako kay siya og impact sa imong development as a person.
Yes, definitely. 100% I agree with that. And katong sa mga financial trainings namo before na ginaingon na ang imong comfort zone will only your growth will be only as big as your comfort zone. So if you want to kumaga expand yourself, grow yourself, you have to step out out of your comfort zone. And for you, siguro ang imong comfort zone kay naa sa iligan, ang uban ang comfort zone nila kay naa silang hometown, sa ilang family. And if you want to really grow, and if you want to experience new things, and if you want to encounter more opportunities, then kana jud, you really have to go beyond your comfort zone. But like I said before, it's not always for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Kay lahi-lahi man tag circumstance. And for some, siguro gusto nila, but siguro, I don't know, due to family or financial circumstances, dili possible. So, lahi-lahi jud siya.
Yeah, so how would you know? Kaya naman po yung mga people nga, even if every circumstance silang kinabuhi points to no, ayaw adto,
Mhm.
naman po yung uban na mo go for it and they will thrive. So, and na po yung uban nga they will try to get it and mo fail sila and like it will be like a big regret silang life. Pero how can you tell if something is meant for you? If kinanglan ka mo go abroad or mo go away from your hometown or kung aha ka originally from?
You know, Lou, it's everything is a risk. Mao jud ako maingon. So, stay here and grow here and kumbaga stay put. That's a risk for you. Ngano man, because you're risking all the possible opportunities na ma-encounter unta nimo na mahatag unta sa imo if naa ka sa gawas. At the same time, it's also a risk na pag mo gawas ka, what if you fail? 'Di ba? So there's always a risk. So para sa imuha na lang karon, you have to weigh kung which one is more worth it, more worth the risk. Kay bisag asa ka na ama risk. So if you think that the risk na going abroad or going outside of your comfort zone is kumbaga okay ra, worth it ra, then go for it. And at the end of the day, ang makaingon na jud, ang makatubag ra jud ana is yourself. Kay wala man takabalaw sa unsa imong circumstance, di ba? So ikaw ra jud ang maka-decide ana, and you have to think about it really carefully. You have to sleep on it many nights, and dili siya pwede ka nang padalos-dalos na okay
Like
sige
snap
karon moadto
decision.
dayon ko. No, dili, because it's di ba katong saying nila, you're always one decision away from a completely different life. And you can't just decide like that na, okay, sige, adto ko ugma sa Cebu or adto ko ug Manila or mugawas na ko ugma dayon. For me, it took me a month. It took me a month na mag-decide. Actually, not just a month, siguro 2 months. Kay upon arrival here sa Australia back in 2015, when we first visited, gi-encourage ako sa akong parents na, sige na kon, try here sa Australia, inana. And I've always said no. And then, hantod sa nakauli mi sa Pilipinas, after na mo makita ang Australia and all, I still gave it a month. Ay ako nag-decide, you know what, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And then, if I don't succeed, I can always come home. And then I can always come back sa Cebu. I can always apply and look for a job. And it doesn't matter if I have to start back to zero. Kasi for me at that time, there was nothing to lose. Now, this is important. Okay? This is important. Because dili tanan naa sa situation na they have nothing to lose. Naiuban na isanla ang Cubao, isanla ang yuta and everything. They have to give up everything para lang maka-abroad. And it's a make or break na they have no choice but to really, really, really make it work. In my case, okay ra siya na kanang if I don't succeed at all or moingon ko na dili na ako kaya, I can always come home. But it's
Nara
not
kay
always the case for
safety net
everybody.
kibali.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm-mm.
So mao na siya, dili siya, mao nang giingon ako na dili siya para sa tanan na kay dili man ta para sa circumstance. So mao na siya do.
Yes. So sa imo ang case, obviously you made it work. You were able to live a thriving life there sa Sydney. Can you enumerate in the many ways in which you think what you now justifies that the call that you made 5 years ago?
Unsa sa balik ang question.
So can you enumerate unsay mga things nga ning work dira sa imo sa Australia, like unsay mga net positive nga imong nagain?
A lot of things. Hips, promise. So to realize, one thing is to realize na I have the skills and the ability or the qualities that's needed for me to survive out here in the world. That's one thing already. To realize na, shit, kaya day na ako. Then okay. So that's one. And another positive is naglahi jud ang akong outlook when it comes to kanabitaw ang mentality mentality alone lang sa the Filipino mentality and the mentality of other races and other culture, makita jud nako ang difference and I can see, wow, layo kayo. And those are things, those are positive takeaways na kanang makuan nako, kaingon ko na I wouldn't have thought about these things kung wala ko ni gawas. And kanang personal growth lang alone na ay bisag asa ko nimo ilabay karon, bisag ilabay ko nimo Jamaica, South Africa or whatever. 100% I can guarantee you I will survive. But before 5 years ago, if you ask me that question, magdodo siguro kog tubag. But right now, I'm kumbaga 100% confident. I can tell you, sige, bisag asa ilabay ko nimog China, ay mabuhi kog China.
So matawag na mo yung self na marag citizen of the world na kibali ka. You're ready to take on different kinds of cultures, different kinds of countries, kibali.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I would say that kasi it's basically for me the way I see it. It's a different environment, different set of people, different culture, but it's the same formula. Kanang naano na kay formula na okay, kaya na nako as long as I can figure out how to take the train or public commute and then I can find padulong asa akong trabaho and then asa ko magpalit og grocery. That's all I needed. Buhi na dayon ko.
Yes. And
The rest I can yes.
Go ahead.
The rest I can trust with Google. Siguro Google Translate or Google Maps or whatever. But as long as I know how to take the bus or train and I can go to work and I can buy my food, trust me, buhi na ko ana.
Ako, I know, in a way po, makarelate ko, nga, isa sa mga skills siguro na ako, being able to move from city to city din sa Pilipinas, kay, murag confident ako nga once makanaog ko sa bus terminal or sa port, kay, akabalor ako, kaya ra na ako ni makakita lang kog balay diri, na makapataw kog internet, walay problema, kaya ra na ako, or napo ko'y ginanang mindset. So,
yes, exactly. Oh, sige, sorry.
So, let's move on to another thing na po. So na nakadira and you're succeeding in your life, and that's a good thing, obviously. Pero the other po na, ang flip side po ana is that could have been a life na that nga pwede unta ma-enrich this Pilipinas, and in turn, ma-enrich po nimo mga Filipinos around you if diri lang unta ka nagpabilin. So that is development nga wala na hitabo diri, and we need a lot of help. We need a lot of educated people to lift themselves up diri and lift up the economy diri, and eventually makatabang po din sila sa mga kababayan nato. And so unsa man imong thoughts ana nga like isa po na possibility nga nawala from you?
To be honest, Lou, as patriotic as I am, that's one thing na wala jud ako nahunahunaan. Kumbaga, when I moved here, I was too preoccupied na kanabitang living day to day on a day to day basis, na survive day to day basis, na wala na sa akong mind, to be honest. But now that you're asking about it, siguro yes, na ay nawala, but one thing about Manggod when you become an expat and you move overseas is that you can send money home. And that, I'm not sure if you're aware, but remittances in the Philippines is diba, like dako kay na pull sa economy. So I'm not sure that I'm not really helping at all.
Yes.
Kay I'm sending money to the Philippines from time to time. Although dili man siguro kay tungod na needs akong family or somebody needs it, but I do send from time to time. And bisan pag moingon ta na padulong ra gyapon siya sa akong bank account, it's still money coming from Australia to the Philippines.
Yes.
Yes.
It's still helping the Philippine economy for sure. So a follow-up question ana, kibali ang atog yung mode of like siguro the thing that props up the Philippine economy good, dako nga part ana is remittances. And it's in a way like an inventive siya sa atong part nga ato nang nabuhat nga dahil kita mga OFWs from all over the world nga basically nagkuha kwartag kan sa isa ka nasod and gibalik des Pilipinas, which is like kind of genius if you think about it. But do you think nga it's a sustainable way of kanang propping up the economy? And do you think nga pwede nato siya i-transform into something else na pwede ta mahimong sustainable, self-sustainable nga di na ta kinahanglan mag kuano remittances, and the way to do that is obviously kanang dili na kaayo ta mag-focus on sending OFWs abroad and like really atong ipalago atong own economy diri. So do you think there's a pathway para ana or unsa ba?
I think, Lou, that's a really good question para sa next presidential debate. But since you're asking me, I mean, di ba? We have been sending Filipinos overseas since, I don't know, since kupong 19 kupong, since anyone can remember. My tita went to US mid-90s. I can't remember kanusa exactly. And since I can remember, Filipinos have been going overseas. And siguro na in I don't know, maybe not in the near future, but in the future, there would come a time na kanang nurses doesn't have to go abroad to look for bigger pay, bigger salary. Nurses can stay home where they're treated really well, but I really can't answer that na kanang because it's more than just siguro one person to answer. It's like kumbaga it's a whole effort. It's the effort of the whole country, not just our leaders but also the citizens na inana na stay put, and then maybe entrepreneurials and mga business person put up businesses so more people can have more work. More work means more money going around and everything. So you can imagine, di ba? So maybe one day, maybe when I'm old and wrinkled, or when I have my great grandson is walking, pero I'm not sure. Right now, murag labo pa na siya.
Well, okay, kani siya kung murag alternative na question. Butang ta kaning imong same karon nga opportunity na nadira, same job, same benefits, same, income, pero sa Pilipinas. Do you think you would take that job, or would you still move away?
If the reason man good, Luna, I moved here, it's not monetary. And it's not kumbaga for the benefits and everything. It's the experience na really moving away from your native country. So, to give you a background, nidako ko sa Cotabato City. When I went to college, nag-move ko sa Iligan. I spent 7 years sa Iligan, and then we moved to Davao. But I only spent 2 years sa Davao. After that, I moved again padulong Cebu. So you can see the pattern here. There's a pattern for me na kanang dili ko mahimutang sa isa lang ka lugar na kanabitong paspas kaayo ko ni grow when I moved to Davao City. And then at the same time when I moved to Cebu, although di ko makaingon na kumbaga na nasulit na nako ang growth area nako sa Cebu, but the opportunity to move to Australia came along. Siguro kung wala pa niabot ang kating opportunity to go to Australia, napagyapon ko sa Cebu. Because back then, to be honest, I would always say, katong wala pa mi niadtog Australia, I would always say, nganong mo abroad pa man ko when ang akong kitaon dito or sa abroad is the same sa akong kitaon diri, which is sa Cebu. Kay back then, ang akong sweldo murag okay na sa kuha. At the same time, I'm working another job. So I have 2 jobs actually, working full-time na dako-dako po siya na salary. So makaingon ko, why do I have to go there? And then I saw Australia back in 2015 for the first time, and kaingon ko, lahi ra jud siya. Bisan pag moingon ta na kung ang akong sweldohon is mas gamay, I would still most likely move. Kay ang experience moving
Dili
here,
kabayaran.
living here, dili kabayaran. Exactly. It's something that you would never experience it's not something that I would never experience had I stayed diha sa Pilipinas. Bisan pag moingon tag, I'm earning 250K a month sa Pilipinas, and then I would move here and then I would only earn like 50K a month. Mupili gyapon ko sa 50K because ang experience dili mabayaran.
Definitely. I see your point for sure. And so, unsa man imo ang murag message sa mga tao who would want to go abroad but are still kadua-duha pa katong person mong giingon, like they're still ruminating on whether it's a net positive or a net negative, or if it's worth the risk. Unsa man imo murag something to inspire them.
Um, Akong maingon is if wala mo sa situation na kanabitang wala mo choice, whether you like it or not, you really have to go. If wala mo ana and then you have the luxury to choose kung maadto ba mo or dili, then ang akong maingon na jud is really think about it. Dili siya lalim. Mao na akong maingon, dili siya lalim, but once you decide na mo abroad, once you decide to become an expat, it's really rewarding. It's not a walk in the park, pero once you get through that park, you'll realize na Disneyland di ay itong nasa tumoy. Na it's really nice, it's really rewarding, and it's fulfilling, and at the same time, makaingon mo sa inyong self lang na I did it, nakasurvive ko. And bisan asa mo ibutang karon sa kalibutan, nobody can take that away from you. Bisan pag muli mo sa Pilipinas, and then you choose to live your life again sa Pilipinas and dira na mo mag-settle and all. And then let's say, bisan pag 3 years or 5 years or 10 years mo, but given that you were able to survive those 3 years, those 5 years, those 10 years, that's something big. And that's something that you should be proud of. So, if you ever decide na, okay, sige, I'm gonna do this. Kumaga, ampo mo tanan sa inyong santo na nakaila. Tawaga tanan santo na inyong kaila, and then gather all the strength because you're going to need it. But once you're here, trust me, it's really fulfilling. Lami kay sa paminaw na kanang you're free, you can be whoever you want, you can do lahi ra jud. It's a different experience na kanang no words can explain. Muna. So, I hope that's inspiring enough. Okay na ba to siya?
Yeah, very. Ako na-inspire ko, mura ganaano ko mo Australia karon na tayo.
Oh, promise. I mean, look at it this way. It's basically the same thing. You moving from Iligan to Cebu, pero make it bigger. Make it bigger lang. Make it in a bigger scale. Ang katong mga tao dira sa Cebu, Bisaya ra man gyapon. But imagine na nag-move ka sa, let's say, Taiwan or somewhere else, or sa Hong Kong, or
Like
somewhere
Japan.
sa Singapore or Japan. Imagine na lang na you're a Tagalog person na ni-move sa Cebu, so Bisaya tanan. So you just have to learn the language. Eventually, you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll be fine.
Yes.
So inanaragyapon siya.
For sure. And thank you so
Alright.
much sa kanay mong gabi ka unique nga insight as an expat, as someone who is literally like an Australian at this point. So I'm very happy to hear your story, Sir Icon, actually. So I guess that will wrap up the first topic for tonight. And now you are going to present imong own nga topic nga imo ang ganahan atong chikahan tonight as higala. Sige.
Yes. So this has been, I like to talk about this because it's not always this has always been a topic sa aning mga inani na podcast. And I recently wrote about this sa akong blog. By the way, shameless plug sa akong blog. Sa akong recently...
Unsa may si pangalan sa imong blog para
okay, the blog is theweekendwarriorph.com.
Okay. theweekendwarriorph.com, guys.
Okay, before I taken naman ang The Weekend Warrior, so I had to add PH. So anyway, the topic is about money. And it's not all the time na people are comfortable or would want to talk about money. And na ako'y kaila nasa ilahang family na talking about money is taboo. And for me, money is really something that's something is really important that we have to talk about. And tinuod na kanang na ay mga marriages and family na nagbungkag tungod sa kwarta. Not because of the money itself, but because they don't talk a lot about it. So the more you talk about it, Manggod, the more comfortable you become around it. So in our family, ang akong parents kay mga negosyante man, so growing up, anad nami hearing about money stuff. So when we grow up now, may lahi na big life, inana, comfortable na mi karon magstorya about kwarta. So for example, ang akong kuya naman siya negosyo. Then magstorya sila ni mama. So mangutana, pila man imong gi-charge ana, pila man imong kita ana, pila inani, pila yan. So they're very comfortable with it. But other families, pila may kikita nimo na. Wala lang good, kuan lang good, inani ra ina. Dili comfortable. So karon late eventually ang mama maglisod og tabang sa anak or anak dili ganahan mag-open up. So money is really something that I think we should be comfortable talking about. O na akong topic na ganahan.
All right. So obviously, because we're urging people to be more comfortable in talking about money, ato sa i-explore nganong kahang naay gamayng kaulaw or trepidation or hesitation to talk about money. Unsa kay mo mga theory ana kay sa ako pong experience pod sa among family, tinuod dili gid kayo mi ganahan magisgot about ana, then moabot na dayon sa point nga uy kinahanglan og kwarta kay ingani na ay paliton or bayad sa eskwela or ingana then wala ra ba ko naka kuan lahi nana ra ba ko nagahinanlain ani para aning kuan, so wala na ko extra para ana din dito na dara din magsugod ang mga ginagmay nga arguments and eventually mo blow up agad siya if dinagko na nga kwarta. So really, yeah, that's very interesting to know ngano kaha nga naay gamayng kaulaw in talking about actual figures of money.
To add lang sa imong example, no. So let's say for example kanang ang naay mga anak na let's say for example sa Pilipinas, we are used to kanabitang extended family na ang anak bisan pag adult na dito ra gyapon nagpuyo sa balay sa kumaga family home ra gyapon. So when it comes pangutan ang mama pilay imong sweldo, dili ganahan mo storya ang anak kay di siya ganahan na ay di ko ganahan makabalo si mama kay mangayoon niya or inana, 'di ba? Inana. So anyway, and one of my theories is this. As a kid, kanabitang in when you sa atong sa
Growing
Pilipinas, growing up sa Pilipinas, we are a Christian country. And unsay giingon sa Bible? Money is the root of all evil. And unsay gipakita sa Bible? Gipakita sa Bible that the poor people are always good. It is always the rich na kanang masama na ay, and then the same time sa atong mga telenovela, oh my God. It's always the rich who are mean, who are bad, who are doing bad things.
Sila ang kontrabida permente.
Exactly. And then it's always the poor na kanabitang underdog who always eventually wins in the end, na kanang buutan and everything, na bahalag living in poverty. But let's all be frank.
Except
it's not always
except siguro sa please be careful with my heart katong na si Sir Chip. Kato siya kay puros ang dato og ang pobre, puros mga buotan, then eventually nagkadayon sila. So mo na ang exception siguro. Pero kadaghanan like Esperanza mula sa puso, tanan kana sila tanan pirmi ang kontrabida kay ang dato nga murag kontra sa katong love team inana.
Oh. So it's always been ingrained sa atong gihammer na sa atong utok na money is the root of all evil. Ayaw storya kwarta kay bad na. Ayaw dili dapat dagan kag kwarta kay bad na. Ipanghatag na, ikuan na or disperse na or whatever kay bad na. So like I said, naay uban so mura bitaw siya mag-domino effect na dili istoryahan ang kwarta. So ang ending, dili comfortable mag-story about kwarta. So ang ending, mag-away na later on about kwarta. So ang away sa parents karon naabot na sa away sa kids and then growing up. So karon ang money talks is forbidden sa balay. Kay ngano man, mo na ang cause na nagbulag ng atong family. But it's not really about the money. It's just that you never really talked about it. Inana lang na siya. And it could be any other thing na wala ninyo ginistoryahan. It's just that money happened to always be the kanang bitong issue. Ngano man. You always need money for everything. Diba?
Yes.
And matod pa ni Chito Miranda, and I quote, there are 5 important things in life. Money, pera, kwarta, datong salapi.
That's true.
Sa ako, diba? So, whether you are a good person or a bad person, you need money. And money only makes you more of what you already are. Balik ko na ko ha. Money only makes you more of what you already are. Kung buutan na kadaan, kung generous na kadaan, nagitagaan kag dagko kwarta, you had the opportunity to, you stumble upon a very big amount of money, it will only make you more generous. Ano man, buutan na magud kadaan. Anad na kadaan na maghatag. So money didn't change you. It only, kumaga, unsay tawag ana, Lou? Kanang
Amplifies.
amplified you ang
Mm-mm.
imong quality. But if greedy na kadaan, no amount of money can satisfy your greed. Mo na siya.
Mm. Well, so naka imong own theory nga kana laging gihammer sa tuwa ang kanang murag mindset na money is the root of all evil. Napo ko akong kaugalingong thoughts on it, and that is poor people don't talk about money because they don't have money. What bitawag? So every time nga naa sila kakarampot na kwarta nga sila nag-earn nga ilang gipaningkamutan, like dayon nakay then as someone nga like lisod gyud kay ang panginabuhi, sometimes kay ang imo bitawng thinking is short term always, like what will gratify me in the short term, kay more man ay ma-afford nimo nga satisfaction sa imong life. So you will probably spend it on kanang clothing or pagkaon or kanang magtagay-tagay or unsa ba. So muna siya nga mga things nga imong spend on, and you don't want to talk about that with your parents, di ba? You don't want to say nga, oy, ako na i-save. Kay kabalo ka nga, kanang kakarampot ng mga kwarta, lisod kay na siya, dili gud super duper realistic nga ma-save di mo siya over time, kay it will take a long time pa ahiya siya mahimog something na pwede nimo ma-reinvest into something else. Kay butang ta like ligi tinuod, pwede ka manikamot og save, pero imo ma-save sa isa ka bulan kay 200 ra, if minus na sa tanan nimong bills ug minus na sa tanan nimong mga kinahanglan ng gyud nga gastuon, 200 ra mo ma-save. Unsa may maabot na ng 200 in 1 year? Kuan pila 200 times 12, 2,400. Unsa giabot ana good. So ang imo da yung kanang conclusion is ako na lang spend right now kay wala man gyapon ni maabot. So and therefore wala gyud dayon na siya nga talk, kay most of the money is kana laging gitawag nga isang kahig isang tuka, nga kung imo nang ma-earn malamang sa malamang in the next few days mahurot na pud na siya.
Yes, I would agree. And actually, naka-experience ko na ang akong, one of my closest friends, when we were in college, he was able to get an extra 500 pesos. Kalimutan ko asa gikan exactly, but it was extra 500. Ang iyang giingon ko sa iyahan na i-save lang na, taguan lang na kay in the future. And then ang iyang giingon, ayahan na daw siya mag-save, pagdaghan na siya kwarta. Ayahan na daw siya mag-save, pagdaghan na siya kwarta. That's like saying, ayahan na ako mag-diet pag niwang na ko. Or ayahan na ako mag-exercise, or ayahan na ako mag-workout pag nindot na akong muscles. So the question is, when is that really going to happen? The answer is never. Kaya nga naman, wala man nimo gisugdan. And I think, isa po ni ka-fault sa atong educational system, or siguro yung education sa home, kay the best education man daw starts at home, walay proper financial education sa eskwelahan or sa balay or sa both. For me, I like naswertean na jud ko kay akong both parents nako negosyante, so maayo sila og kwarta, so ang financial kumaga education sa balay very solid. But not everyone, especially sa kanang mga nasa baryo na lang or kanang dili negosyante ang parents, dili jud kay na makuan, kay sila mismo ang parents mismo nagastruggle na og gunit sa kwarta, nagastruggle na patuyok sa kwarta, unsa pay matudlo nila sa ilang anak, di ba? Sila gani mismo naglisod og gunit, how much more unsa magtudlo na noon. So inanak. So I think it's really important na we invest in learning, in teaching ourselves how to handle money. And karon sa panahon sa internet, my God, there's so many free educational materials about money management, money handling. And katong imong giingon na $200 na nun, 200 pesos every month. 200 pesos every month na savings is still 200 pesos every month. Then, bisan pag moingon ka, okay, 2,400 na siya at the end of the year, that's still 2,400. Na ba pa man, buyag, mabot ang time na ikinahanglan gastusan and it's 1,500. Oh, you can spend because you have 2,400 na imong gitago for rainy days. And mauna siya na also one thing is ang ato bitong yeah, I agree sa imong giingon ganina na as somebody na kanang for a person na who's in poverty na ang iyang gusto na lang kay ang huna-hunaon niya kay karon og ugma dili na kayo siya long term makahuna-huna. Most of the people who are able to get themselves out of poverty really think long term. You can't expect na makagawas ka og poverty kung ang imong huna-hunaon lang ugma. And sadly that's the truth. So if you have to kumbaga if you have to take yourself out of poverty, you have to start thinking long term. Mao na siya. Mao na kong
Yes, for sure.
ma-conclude. Mm-mm.
I would say though nga at certain level, financial management, financial literacy, financial education is applicable. Like if na kay enough educational status, if na kay enough earning, you can most likely save enough or like organize your money enough nga naagyo dayon kay murag mo boom gyud dayon ang imo ang life, like mo skyrocket gyud imong finances if mag-learn ka og manage sa imong money. So given nga kana na lang ang murag ato ang baseline assumption nga we're talking to college graduates who are siguro employees karon and dili na minimum wage, like sakto ilang earnings pero dili gyapon siya like enough to sustain to ensure a retirement nga murag satisfying ra pod and nice ra pod. So muna siguro ato ang istoryahan karon, how do we talk to them and tell them na hey, these are the things that you should do para naa na mo enough nga money for the future, for the long term.
So very specific na kanang sa patawagan na very specific na things
Yes.
ang imong pangutan very specific. Number one, ako maingon na jud, save. You have, let's say for example, you're earning, let's say, okay, let's be realistic, you're earning 10,000 a month. Okay? You're earning 10,000 a month. Ang bills nimo, let's say, ang kanang fixed bills, fixed budget nimo, fixed bills, let's say is around 6,500. So pili na bilin, 3,500. And then I don't know unsa pay lain gasto nimo. So sa 6,500, let's say na dito ang internet nimo, ang renta, grocery, and then whatever it is na kanang dili jud pwede dili bayaran. Na dito sa 6,500. Or let's say na lang bisan pag ingon na to 7,500. So na kay 2,500. So what do you do with your 2,500? So what you can do is ang let's say ang 1,000 imong ipadaplin or ang 500 imong padaplin. Now, like my father what always says, it doesn't matter how big you earn. What matters is how big you save. It doesn't tama dito.
Sakto.
It's not how much you earn, it's how much you save. So bisan pag mo ingon tag 500 ang imong gi-save or 1,000 ang imong gi-save or 1,500, ang importante naa kay ginapadaplin. Kay maabot ang panahon na muulan, wa kay payong, lisod kaayo. So 500 pesos na savings every month is better than 0 pesos na savings every month. I would say that. Mao jud na ako maingon. So number one, savings. So number two is kani ang pinakalisod. And this I find really challenging sa kasagara na age bracket nato and or people na kanang like 5 years or 10 years gikan na og college and well established na ang trabaho is you have to change your mindset when it comes to expenses. Okay? Inani manggut na siya. Kasagara tao ang ilang ginabuhat, income minus expenses is equals to your savings. Pasabot kung pilay mabilin after nila nagasto-gasto mo, ito ilang i-save. And that is wrong. Dapat income minus savings minus ang imuhang fixed na budget, which is katong renta, credit card bill, phone bills, and everything, equals to expenses. Now, kung mabilin na lang is, let's say, 100 pesos na lang mabilin for your expenses for yourself, wala kayo mabuhat. Mao na lang jud to. So, imo tong tipiron ang 100. Mao na to, ipang Jollibee nimo or ipang, I don't know, take taxi or palit og movie tickets. So but you have to do with your 100 pesos. So mao na ang biggest mindset change na dapat mahitabo. Now, if you really, I'm not saying na kanang pagkaugma, madato dayon ka ani, na kanina mindset. It will take you months, years, probably half a decade or more, but it will definitely change your financial situation. Now, it will be uncomfortable at first. It will be totally uncomfortable at first, but I'll tell you, it's going to be worth it. Inaana ko before. And if nakabasa mo sa akong vlog, naana dito sa akong vlog, na ako example dito sa akong personal experience, what I did. So, it's going to be uncomfortable, but uncomfortable man gihapon siya in the future. So, uncomfortable now or uncomfortable in the future, either way, it's uncomfortable. Ikaw na lang mo pili, asa ka. So, mao na kung duharan jud ka advice. You save, and then you change your mindset.
All right. And that is well and good. And I'm sure a lot of people already like do that in their day-to-day living, no? And ako po, I try to be like that. Di man pagi ko super duper gasto when it comes to like lifestyle. Like as you can see, akong polo shirt, kanirang black na polo shirt, baro man akong fashion says. Dayon, akong glasses, kay like as in gitipid gid ako litag si Quintera ni siya nga kapta sa kilid-kilid nga glasses, then ako rin gipatawran og lens. So naagi ko yung mga strategies po to save. So I'm sure po ato apong mga listeners right now naapod sila ng galing mga strategy sa mga pagtipid. So how about kanang investing? That is the big buzzword karon nga. You should reinvest your savings para mo dako pa good and mo exponential growth ang savings. And ang uban pagaling mga investment is kana sa mga networking, sa maing ana. And naay uban nga they really find success in it, dapat uban nga dili. So unsa may imong general take on investments, and have you done some investing yourself or unsa ba?
Yes, I have. Before katong after na ko 2 years na nagsige ko online job, nag-networking ko, and then laylay po akong kuan na investan. And right now, I'm just slowly investing sa stock market. But what I can say is, assuming na naa na kay savings. Ayaw pataka og invest na wala pa kay savings. Because your savings ang una mo save sa imuha. Now, if you invest all your savings or wala kay savings jud din pataka kay invest, malumos jud kag samot. Investment alone, the moment lang nag-decide ka mag-invest, the moment na nagbutang kag kwarta for investment, automatic pildi na ka. Assume na diretso na pildi na ka. People get disappointed because they want to get, kanang get rich quick schemes. There's no such thing. It's really kumaga hard work and smart work, persistence, grit, all of that. There's no such thing as kanang overnight millionaire unless daw kag loto. But that's a different thing. So, people get disappointed kung wala sila dato right away kay they were assuming in ana ara kadali. Ngano nag-assume sila? Because they didn't learn the business. They didn't learn the system. And mao na kung maingon isa, when investing, number 1, do not invest on something you do not understand. Okay? That's coming from Warren Buffett. Do not invest on something that you do not understand. Ayaw pataka. Now, I'm not going to point out which investments or which unsa ba dira schemes or businesses are good and bad. It's up to you to research, read about it. Once nasabtan na ninyo, then fine, and you feel confident, comfortable, then go ahead. Una kong maingon. And number 2, please, ayaw invest tanan. God.
Mabilin ka dapat, mabilin.
Ang tagom nag-wild because ang ilahang lifetime savings daw tuwa dito tanan sa Rygen. Rygen mo to?
Kappa or Rygen? Or mo ba na? Same ba na sila? So, mga pyramiding schemes na sila in the past few years nga ning collapse and nadakpan ang mga leaders or basta gimarkahan sa gobyerno as pyramid schemes. So, kana sila nang wild ang mga investor kay nangawala ila ang tag-milyon nga gipang invest kay lagi ang promise is modoble ang kita in like a few weeks time or something.
So this is what I'm saying. Okay ra, sige, fine. Nag-research mo, okay, sige. Confident mo sa system, sige, go. Pero ayaw, please tao, naamoy 50 pesos na savings, inyo pod butang tanan 50 pesos. Or let's say na lang million. Okay. Let's say naamoy 50,000 na savings. And mauna lang dyan ang inyong savings. And then ganahan mo madoble. Inyo pod gibutang diretso ang 50,000 para mahimog 100,000. Please, ayaw na. Ayaw na dong. Inday. So number 2, never put all your baskets in one egg. Okay? So mo na sa investing. Now, if you're somebody na kanang gusto ninyo, na may savings, gusto ninyo mapadako ang inyong kwarta, you're looking for kanang opportunities, asa na ako ibutang akong spare money, take note, keyword, spare money. Spare money, disposable income na kanang pwede ra mawala. So mo na yung advices na ako sa inyo. Always, do not invest on something you don't understand. And number 2, never put all your baskets in one, all your eggs in one basket. And number 3, don't test the water with both feet. Both feet. Meaning ana, ayaw ambak na kanang all-in ba? Ayaw pag all-in. So kung naamoy 50,000, okay, 1,000 lang sa. Is it working? Okay, sige, pwede. O, 2,000 na pod. And so on. Ayaw pataka na diretso, 50,000. So let's say naamoy tulo ka business opportunities. O, sige, butang ko 1,000 each. And see which one is working. So mo na siya. And lastly, don't kill the goose that lays the golden egg. Meaning ana, let's say nag-invest na mo. Ala, rolling na. Dako na kayong kwarta. Uy, happy na ko ani. Pwede na ako magtrabaho. Pwede na ako dili magtrabaho. No. Stick to your job. Stay lang. Kung ang remember, ang imong main job is your bread and butter. Mao na imong lifeblood. Dira ka gagkuha og kwarta for your food, for your rent, for your bills and everything. If you cut that off and then nag-rely na lang ka sa imong investment, mamatay na imong investment, asa ka puniton karon.
Diba? Balik ka sa zero.
Balik ka sa zero, exactly. So don't kill the goose that lays the golden egg. So mao na siya. Amot siguro enumerate na lang nimo Lou sa graphics or whatever. But okay, sige, akong balikon. Number 1, do not invest on something you don't understand. Number 2, do not put all your eggs all in one basket. Yes. Number 3, don't test the water with both feet. And number 4, don't kill the goose that lays the golden egg. So muna siya.
Yes. And I think karon gid pud ng mga tao, they labi na karon nga mura bitaw nangita gid tanag like sideline, nangita gid taog ka ng second income kay dili gid enough atong first. I'm sure kabalo ang mga tao nga dili gid basta-basta mabuhian ang trabaho kay aside sa safe, secure ang isa ka like income na job, kung hindi po siya ka ng something na really connects us with other people in a social network nga naa ka sa opisina and you get to deal with people every day. So naay siya social component nga dili basta-basta matangtang. So I'm sure people understand that. But naa po yung mga tao gid pud na murag magnegosyo na ko, then biyaan na ko ni, bahala na kanang wakoy anaw ani akong negosyo or kanang wala pa ko experience ani, basta kay mao na ni, if busulod ko diri, mo dato na gyud ko ani, dayon. Wala pa gali na testingan bisag kas wala pa gali dry run or run through, biyaan na nimong trabaho. Unsaon na nimo? Wala. What if mamatay mo trabaho? Ay mong business? Wala. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. So the next thing na po dayon kay another way man po of flourishing in terms of monetary is kanang setting up a business. Kita ta na ako empleyado ko, I believe empleyado po ka, but we always hear nga when you start a business, even if mas dako siya risk, if you can make it work, it will give you a lot of boost in income. So, do you have any insight on that? Like, naaba kay like thoughts on setting up a business? Unsay mo mga tips baka mahatag or unsa ba?
Okay. So, actually, business is more like investing. Actually, it's investing. Kaya you're investing not only your money, but also you're investing your time and energy na kanang mura kag you're planting a seed. And then, imong bantayan kada adlaw hangtod sa motubo siya, hangtod sa it becomes a really big tree, and then hangtod sa magaprutas na jud siya. So what I kong advise ani is ayaw sulod sa isa ka negosyo, just like investment. Ayaw sulod sa isa ka negosyo or ayaw putap og isa ka negosyo na wala ka sabot. Let's say for example, You see a lot of coffee shops, cafe and everything. Lah,
Mm.
ganahan ko mag-coffee shop.
Also milk
And
tea
yet,
diri.
exactly, or milk tea. And yet, you don't drink coffee.
Mm.
How's that going to work out? 'Di ba? Or like for example, you want to go into retailing, mamaligya. Pero hinay ka ugmat or hinay kag accounting, hinay ka mag kanang sa kahira. How unsaon man na? 'Di ba?
Mm.
Ang ending ana is either uwaton ra ka sa imong empleyado or malugi jud ang imong negosyo kay tungod naga baligya ka na ang imong baligya halos pantay na lang sa imong markup as imong kapital. Ang imong markup murag gamay na lang kaayo. So, how do you live with that? So, ang akong maingon is before mo mosulod jud og negosyo, tuna sa tuon sa kumaga tanawa sa kung mao ba ni ng negosyo ang imong ang sakto sa imo. So, let's say for example, you want to put up a car wash business.
Mm.
So, let's say wala koy idea jud, wa gani kay sakyanan, but ganahan ka mag car wash business kay feeling nimo dako siya income ana. So, how do you learn? One is pwede ka mag-sideline dito na sa isa ka car wash. And you learn the ways. Inani day na siya. Inani day na mga liquid or chemicals ang gamiton. Inani day na equipment ang gamiton. That way, you're actually learning but without the risk of losing anything. Nga naman, wala man ka investment. Ang imo rang gina-invest is your time. You're learning something through sa katang mga established na ng mga negosyo. Let's say for example, you want to open up a coffee shop. Wala kay hanaw sa pagka-barista o eskwela sa barista. And then siguro apply sa Starbucks or sa Bose Cafe or wherever. That way, you're learning something without the risk of losing all your savings kay imong investment. Once na comfortable na ka ana, murag inani day, feeling nako kaya na nako. Then start small. And that's how you eventually you grow. Make sure na nag-roll ang kwarta. At the end of the day, i-total nimo, positive ka. Okay, sige, ugma na pod. And you do it next day. And you do it the next week, the next month. And then you go on, your business goes big. That's it.
Definitely. And mo man gid pud na gid ang murag pathway to success sa kadaghanan sa tuwa kay dili man gid pud ta tanan tag milyon na ang savings or abot nag half million ang savings. So kina magsugod gid kag negosyo nga mag-start og bahalag 10k or 5k or kuan kanang murag stall lang dira man gid magsugod kadaghanan and eventually if you just pour your heart and soul into it mo lago gid siya. So lastly na lang yun, to wrap up this discussion on, money and savings and whatnot. Unsa may imo ang kanang hopes for people, who are like really like saving, like they're really kanang ilang gina-employ ang delayed gratification nga dili sila halos mag-enjoy silang kinabuhi just because ganahan gid sila nga makasave sila for the rainy days. Pero even if gabi na kailang effort, their income is still not enough to really lift themselves out of the situation nga naa sila. Unsa kay mo mahatag nga murag inspiration sa ila nga there's still a way to make this work or there's still a pathway to success.
First of all, akong maingon jud is if you're doing everything you can, nakanang gidagin sa imong savings, dagin note na nimo tanan, ginatuok na nimo mong self, kanang tight na kaya mong belt, and you're not happy, well, what's the point you're doing it all if dili ka happy? Because no matter what you do, at the end of the day, kinahanglan happy ka. Because if you're not happy, what's the point? So, mo na akong giingon kay yung mga kanang dili na sila happy mo wala na sila social life and everything or wala na siya ikalipay. So bahalag, you don't have to force yourself na kanang bitawng kinahanglan ugma kananglan akong 500 i-save jud din ako. It doesn't have to be that sudden. Pwede ka mag-start og gamay and then you build the habit. Mo nang importante, you build the habit of saving. So magsugod kag 50 pesos and then let's say 100 and so on and so on. And ang importante, consistent ka nag-save. So let's say you've done all of that. Ginasakto na nimo ang imong expenses, dili na ka mo palabi, you're still enjoying, you're still having fun from time to time, and then nagyapon kanang dili gyapon sakto tanan. Then I would suggest na you find an extra source of income. Extra source of income, Jod, you multiply yourself. Dili magkagibunshin, pero kanang i-multiply nimo ang imong self. So, muna ko maingon. Ako muna akong pakutana. We all have 24 hours in a day. Tama ba, Lou?
Yes.
So, ikaw, ako, the guy next to you, or every other person, we all have 24 hours in a day. And the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is what they do with their 24 hours. Now, unsa may pwede nimo ma-sacrifice? Let's say, for example, 8 hours ka natulog, ha? Pilain mong hours na magtrabaho? 8 hours, 8 to 5. Tama ba? 9 hours, na. So, pila ka oras matulog? Let's say, ay pila ka hours ang nabilin, ana? 16. Tama?
8 hours. Okay, 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 24 man.
No, I mean, wala pa, kuwan lang dito sa work, kay fix man ang work.
Ay, sige, work. So, 16 hours ang nabilin.
Yes. So, 16 hours ang nabilin. Now, what do you do with that 16 hours? Unsay ginabuhat nimo, ana? Ask yourself, unsay ginabuhat nako sa 16 hours? Nagasige kog Facebook. Ay, gamay ra man ko mag-Facebook, kuan naman. But imo nang i-total, imo nang itali, 2-3 ka oras sa isa ka adlaw naga-Facebook. You take that out or you reduce that to 30 minutes a day, then that's 2.5 hours to do something else. Tama? Let's say you sleep 8 to 9 hours kay you really need your sleep. Kinahanglan makatulog jud ko kay para sakto akong energy pag work. But you need an extra source of income. So, unsay buhaton nimo? You sacrifice a bit of your sleep. Instead na 8 hours ka matulog before, karon maybe, I don't know, sacrifice 2 hours. So, now you have to sleep 6 hours a day. So, imagine
if you rest right, if you sleep properly, you don't really need a long time. Like people like Elon Musk, for example, they just sleep like 6 hours a day.
Yes, exactly. So, let's say for example, 8 hours am yung regular job. And let's say na kay part-time job na nakita na it requires you 4 hours a day. So that's 12 hours. So nakay 12 hours na spare. So let's say ang 6 hours, o sige, let's say matulog ka sa 6 hours. And then sa 6 hours na extra, bahala ka magunsa ka dira. You do whatever you want. You mag-Netflix ka, you bonding with your friends or family or whatever. Ang importante, ang imong time, kina-budget pod nimo because time, like money, is a finite resource. It's not infinite. You consider time as a resource as well. It's not every day that you get 24 hours. Takabalo, ugma, matigok na ka, buyag. Diba? But the bottom line is, kita tanan, at the end of the day, 24 hours na to. That's it, 24 hours. We only get 24 hours a day. And unsa may buhaton nimo sa 24 hours? Mauna ang imong pangutana sa imong self. So as an example, for me, when I decided to become an expat, I had 1 year to prepare. I told myself, okay, I'm going to prepare for a year. So, to prepare for a year, ang anak ko na, ang gusto na ako, pag abot na ako sa Australia, I can live, bisan wala ko'y trabaho, theoretically, bisan wala ko'y trabaho, for 3 months, I can live off my savings. Now, how do I do that? Na kanang ang pila ang akong savings na kinahanglan. So I said, okay, 150,000 pesos. Okay? So unsaon na ako ni pag-achieve? Kinahanglan na ako inani na amount of savings every month. Okay. Unsaon na ako ni pag-achieve? Kulang man akong sweldo. Okay? I look for another job. Okay? Sige. Murag igo ra siya, murag kumaga tama na siya diri sa liog. Okay? I look for another one. I ended up having 3 jobs. 2 full-time and 1 part-time. I was sleeping 2 to 4 hours a night. Pangutana si Jelan, pangutana si Jerome. They were my flatmates. Kabalo sila na kanang mata pa sila, matulog ko, mata pagyapon sila because akong tulog is only like 3 hours, 4 hours. And that's what I had to do. That's the sacrifice I had to do. And now, kung inanapod mo and you really need that extra source of income and you really need na kanang dili ninyo kinahanglan na mag 2.5 jobs mo. Pwede ang 1 job, 1 full-time and 1 part-time. So, it's up to you na lang. I-judge ninyo. And what my point is, it's doable as long as gustohon ninyo. Matod pa ni Rico Blanco, kung ayaw may dahilan, kung gusto may paraan.
Definitely. And I think that is a perfect wrap up for this episode.
Mm.
Nga grabe kayo ka-insightful, and I'm sure our listeners, our viewers right now are feeling pumped up and ready
Hopefully.
to organize their 24 hours to optimize their lives and make it more productive and more income generating kumbaga.
Unta because mao na ako maingon na jud lastly, remind la jud nako, consider time as a resource as well.
Yes, it's a
Time as a
finite
resource.
resource.
It's a finite resource. Okay?
Meaning
So,
meaning dili siya mahurot siya.
mahurot siya. Dili siya
Mm-mm.
infinite. Dili siya kanang bitaw ana pabitaw ugma. No. 24 hours ra jud ang isa ka adlaw.
Wala kay time stone ni Thanos o ni Doctor Strange.
Exactly. Walay time reverse. Okay?
Yeah. So
So,
again,
that's it.
thank you so much, Icon, for sharing your life story and sharing your tips as well. And this has been another fun conversation in this Higala podcast. Sa sunod na itong panagstorya mga higala. Bye-bye and talk again soon.